Hi and welcome to a new video. It has been a while. I have moved to a new apartment and it's now summer vacation. So, what's the topic of today's video? Welcome to Africa. So, what do we have in Africa? We have, I just checked Numista, those belongs together with that one. I don't know if you remember which country has that shape. These are the same. And yeah, but we can start with these. So this is Tunisian money. This one is from 1988 and has the shape of Tunisia on it. Arabic text and the year 1988. And here we have some lady and bushes and trees and branches and stuff. So this is well, that actually says one there. I thought it was the half, but perhaps it's the full dinar. And I just checked, this equals 3 Swedish crowns. So about a third of a dollar. And belonging to that one, we also have these. Now, the dinar is subdivided into 1,000 millis, I believe they were called. So this is 100 millis, which is a tenth of a dinar. So 10 of these for every full dinar. And it just says 100, a lot of arrows or design element that is. Arabic text and the year 1960. And it's the same with that one. And you also have the year in the Arabic Islamic calendar as well, which is 1380, the same as 1960. Now the other one, 50, is the same. Yeah, but it's just 50 instead. And now my alarm has gone off. I must check my oven for the meat. I shall be back. Moving on. We have made a video earlier on Portuguese colonies and Mozambique. So I shall not go into too much depth. But we have this one. This is 20 escudos. And yes, it is actually a silver coin. Only the high denominations like 10 and 20 escudos were made out of silver. But in 1960, there were still silver coins made in the Portuguese colonies. Looks like that. And the 10 coin is smaller. Here's a rather, I was going to say rather new, but it's still about over 30 years old. It's a 5 rand, the currency of South Africa. Swede Africa. In Swedish I would just say Sydafrika. Perhaps it's pronounced like that. Sydafrika. South Africa from 1994, before they issued newer version of these coins. in all the other different local languages of South Africa, not just in English and Afrikaans. Then we have the most controversial one, I would believe. It's Rhodesia. 1964. It has a double denomination. Let's see here. It's not quite sure. But it's also denominated in 10 cents. So 1/10 of a dollar. But since they were about to change from pounds, I believe it was pounds, to dollars, pounds were not a decimal currency, while dollars were. So in anticipation of that, it was denominated in both pounds and dollars, in this case 10 cents. And still a crown colony. It has Elizabeth II in her younger years. 10 cents from Rhodesia. We also have 5 cents, I believe. And that's strange English imperial system symbols. If I ever could get the zoom to work. That one. Also 1964. With Elizabeth II. And for the smallest one on this table, we also have the 1 cent. Or no, it's the 3 cent or 3 pence. 1968. So this one is newer with 3 spears. So these are more expensive than other African currencies, which are rather cheap, at least in just okay quality. But Rhodesian money, those are a bit more expensive, perhaps up towards $10 or such. Might have given $3 to $5 at least for these, but it's not hundreds of dollars at least, but it's more than most of what we will see here today. I forgot one coin on Rhodesia, or rather Zimbabwe, and that's this larger one. This is from the post-apartheid Rhodesia, Zimbabwe, 1980, with this eagle. $1. Yeah, that's it. A really simple, basic design that just does its job. Interesting to note as well is that prior to it becoming Zimbabwe, while being Rhodesia, they were not dollar coins, but just banknotes. Let's go for bonus content. We have some Egypt. And I didn't bother to check what it says, but it's Egypt with the Egyptian eagle. And another one, both with zeros. 0 or 0. but with a smaller coin and a lower quality eagle, which has not stand the test of time. But for something really fancy Egyptian, we have this one. This is a commemorative coin. And if I'm correct, I do believe it's from Egypt. And this is a large, heavy silver coin. Probably equivalent to a dollar or such. So around 30 or such grams. Now this is commemorating. I suck at English. Oh my god. I believe it's the Egyptian Parliament building. It was a while since I read up on this. But this is a large silver coin. Not really circulating, but that commemorated the Parliament building. Or at least, I believe at least that's what it is. I make reservations for any and all errors I make. This is just for show. I'm not an expert on all of this. Shall we go? What should we? Should we just continue with the French colonies? But we can start off with Madagascar. This is an old colonial, 5 francs, aluminium. I believe it's large, it looks heavy, but this is just aluminium. Unlike sounds a lot harder. With 3 cows, one with large horns. République Franche. I never know how to pronounce that. With Lady Marianne of France. The personification of France, or is it Marianne? The personification of France, in the very least. Dated 1953, while Madagascar was still a French colony. But we also have this newer Madagascar coin from the Repubblica Democratica Malagasy. 10 Ariari, 1978. Now this is a really excellent quality coin for being that old. But I believe it hasn't seen much circulation at all. A man just tending to his field. So that's a post-independence Madagascar coin. Now for the spicy stuff. Nothing is going to be more spicy than Rhodesia, so we already have that done and over with. This is 25 francs from. Now we're going to see more French colonies. This one in particular. Banque des États de l'Afrique Centrale, 1996. So if the Central African franc. Now, the French colonies in mainland Africa divided their money into 2 sets of countries. The Western African countries and colonies, and the Central African countries and colonies. So this is from the Central African part. including the countries of Chad, Central Africa, French Congo, Cameroon, Gabon, and these days I also believe Equatorial Guinea, which were a Spanish colony from the beginning. So this is a rather new one, 1996, and it's in excellent quality, but it's really nothing fancy in of itself. And this appearance, along with these, I didn't mention what they are, but these antelopes, these deer-like creatures, a whole set of them. This is a common theme with these coins. We shall see more examples, and then we'll try not to drop all of these out on the side. Here we have another 25 francs. Let's see if we can see what it says. The text. Some of these are from Central Africa, and some of these are from Western Africa. There we have Banque Centrale, États de l'Afrique de l'Est. Now, is that West Africa? It's 10 francs. I believe I was checking that one first. But we can take the 10 one. And then we also have one large antelope. 1968. So I believe that is West Africa, used by the countries of Mali, Senegal, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, this one more, isn't there? Togo, and Niger. And this one is, let's see, this one is older, I believe, but the design is the same. They changed the issuing authority multiple times for these, so they look really the same. Institut de Mission and then other side. Afrique. This really isn't working. Occidentale Franche Togo. So this is while the other francs were issued by the independent African countries, they were issued by they were minted by the French, and central monetary authority still lied with the French even after independence, so it's basically still issued by the French, even if it was in the former colonies' names. But this one is issued during the colonial period. Also, as you can see, both with the antelope. Was a larger one, 1957. So different issuing authority, but not really much happened in the years between. Basically the same, even after independence. And then we have these 100 francs. This one is from 1984, I believe. And then this one is from 1972. And there we can see directly Banque Centrale. And then that one, oh, I was about to say it doesn't specify, but in the tiny text at the top, it actually does. Banque des États de Afrique Centrale. So just the far longer name of the same bank. And there we have those 3 sets of envelopes again. But this is specifically issued for the Gabon. République Gabonaise. So for the Republic of Gabon. Even though it's the same currency as the other Central African countries, this one had the name of the country specifically printed on it. So like the euro with the national varieties of the same currency. And this one is République Populaire du Congo. So Gabon and Congo, the same currency. And that is are we doing African Belgian colonies, or Belgian colonies? There is just one. It's Congo, but I believe we missed this one at the top, so let's do that first. Banque Centrale des États Afrique de l'Ouest. I'm just guessing at that pronunciation is probably horrible. Me trying to speak French. I believe I can fake a better German though. Speaking of German, we will be coming to German Africa soon. Unexpected, I know. But first, Belgian Congo. This one is 50 cents from Belgisch Congo, 1928, with a palm. And here we have the king, Albert Koning, der Belgen. Albert, the king of Belgium. And then we have this horrible one in zinc that aged so horribly. Is it the 40s even? I believe it maybe says we can. Does it say 1941? I believe it does. 1941. This is 5 francs. And I believe it's made out of zinc. That's why it has aged so terribly. With another royal portrait. This is Leopold III, also king of the Belgians. And finally, in that area of Africa, this is awful. We have a 2 franc from Banque du Congo Belge, Banque van Belgisch Congo. So you have in both French and Belgian. 2 francs. 1946. With an elephant on it. Awesome. And then we also have this another 5 francs from Congo Belge. Or we can see on the other side, it's just that. Rwanda, Urundi, Belgisch Congo. So this was since Rwanda and Burundi were both under United Nations protectorates or administered territories under United States mandate, but controlled by Congo. This was the common currency used both in Congo and those territories prior to independence. Bank Centrale, Centrale Bank. Do we have a year on that one? 1952, prior to independence. Yeah, so that's Congo and French Africa. Here's some nice food, by the way. Going cold, unfortunately. But there's more important stuff than to eat, and that is coins. Now, this is also something that you most likely didn't expect. It's a silver coin prior to European colonization, in a language that you probably have no clue, and neither do I. What in the whatever that is. Do you recognize it? Maybe this one. It's from Ethiopia, the late 1800s. The empire, the country, the one country in Africa, they beat the Europeans, they beat the Italian colonial might. At least during the 1800s, and then they came back for vengeance in the 1930s. But it's an Ethiopian silver coin. A small one, but it is one, at the very least. Now I should take another bite of my food. And then we have these ones. One quick preview. Maroc, 10 francs. 1371.